Starving widow and two newborns abandoned in blizzard until a Comanche hunter changed everything. What if the only thing standing between you and death was a stranger who knew secrets about your dead husband, secrets that could either save your children or destroy everything you thought you knew about the man you loved? In the brutal winter of 1877, Mary Henderson faces an impossible choice when a mysterious Comanche hunter appears at her door, claiming to owe a debt to her recently deceased husband. With her newborn twins starving and corrupt townsmen closing in to claim a deadly secret hidden beneath her cabin, Mary must decide whether to trust this enigmatic stranger who seems to know more about her life than she does herself. This is a story of survival, supernatural justice, and the terrible price of gold fever in the American frontier, where the living and the dead don't always stay where they belong. Mary cuts her own bread ration in half as her newborn twins cry through another frozen night. Her husband's body still warm in the next room. Word count, 320 Mary's shaking hands slice the moldy bread thinner than paper. Twin cries pierce the cabin silence. Thomas lies on their bed, 3 days dead, frost forming on his beard. Mama's here. Mama's here. She whispers it twice, once, for each baby. The fire died hours ago. No more wood, no more anything. Wind screams through gaps in the cabin walls. Snow piles against the windows like burial dirt. Her milk stopped yesterday. I know you're hungry. The bread tastes like sawdust. She forces herself to swallow. Has to stay strong. Has to feed them somehow. A shadow moves past the frosted window. Mary freezes. The babies quiet as if they sense danger. Footsteps, deliberate, circling. She reaches for Thomas's rifle. Empty. Always empty now. The footsteps stop at her door. 3 soft knocks. Mary holds her breath. The babies sleep against her chest. Finally, quiet. Another 3 knocks. Patient, almost polite. She peers through the frost-covered window. A man stands in the swirling snow, tall and still. Dark hair, dark skin, watching her watch him. You alive in there? His voice carries through the wind. Calm, no threat in it. Go away. Can't do that. I got nothing to steal. I know. The man steps closer to the window. She sees his face clearly now. Sharp features, kind eyes, something familiar she can't place. Your husband? Mary's throat closes. She can't answer. I saw the smoke stop 3 days back. 3 days, exactly when Thomas died. You got babies, not a question. How do you... I've been watching, waiting. Terror shoots through her. Not like that. His voice gentles, waiting to see if you'd make it through alone. And if I don't, then I help. The babies stir against her. One starts to whimper. Let me... In Mary, she goes cold. She never told him her name. How do you know my name? The man tilts his head. Snow collects on his shoulders but doesn't seem to melt. Thomas talked about you. You knew my husband. Long time ago. Mary shifts the babies higher against her chest. One of them finds her finger and grips tight. He never mentioned you. Wouldn't expect him to. Through the window, she studies his face. Something about the jaw, the way he holds his left shoulder slightly raised. What's your name? Daniel. The name hits her like cold water. Thomas used to talk in his sleep sometimes. Called out for someone named Daniel. Always sounded like he was apologizing. Daniel, who? Just Daniel. Thomas is dead, I know. Then why are you here? Daniel looks past her toward the bed where Thomas lies covered with their only blanket. To keep a promise. What promise? The one he couldn't keep himself. Mary's hands start shaking again, not from cold this time. I don't understand. You will. Daniel places his palm flat against the window glass. The frost melts away under his touch, leaving a perfect handprint. Your babies need food. I know that. I got some. Why would you help us? Because he asked me to. When? Thomas has been sick for weeks. He hasn't seen anyone, not recently. The way Daniel says it makes Mary's skin crawl, like he's talking about something that happened years ago, decades ago. "How old are you, Daniel?" He smiles for the first time. It's sad and beautiful and completely wrong for this moment. "Old enough." Mary's hand hovers over the door latch. "Step back." Daniel moves away from the door, gives her space. The latch clicks. Cold air rushes in like water breaking through a dam. Daniel steps inside, and the temperature seems to rise immediately. "Thank you." He's taller than she thought. Broader. His clothes are strange, old-fashioned but not worn, like they're new but made decades ago. The babies open their eyes simultaneously. Both stare at Daniel with an intensity that makes Mary's stomach twist. "They know me. That's impossible." "Is it?" Daniel moves toward the bed where Thomas lies. Mary steps between them. "Don't. I won't hurt him. He's dead." "I know." Daniel's eyes are impossibly dark, not brown or black, something deeper, like looking into a well at night. "He was my friend." "When?" "Before you." Mary feels dizzy. Thomas never talked about before. Said his life started the day he met her. "You're lying." "No." Daniel reaches into a leather pouch at his side, pulls out strips of dried meat. The smell makes Mary's mouth water instantly. "For you." He holds out the food. Mary stares at it like it might vanish. "What do you want?" "Nothing." Everyone wants something. Not everyone. The babies start to cry again. Soft, desperate sounds. "Your milk?" "Gone." Daniel nods toward the meat. "Eat. It'll come back." "How do you know?" "I know." The meat tastes like nothing she's ever had. Rich, smoky, with herbs she can't identify. Strength flows into her limbs with each bite. "What is this?" "Food." "What kind?" Daniel doesn't answer. He's moved to the window, looking out at the storm. Mary tears off another piece. Chews slowly. Already she can feel her body responding. Warmth spreading through her chest. "It's working. Told you." The first baby latches immediately. Hungry, desperate sucking. Mary closes her eyes in relief. "Thank you." "Don't thank me yet." Something in his voice makes her look up. Daniel's still watching the window, but his posture has changed. Alert, tense. "What is it?" "They found the trail." "Who found what trail?" "Men from town. They're coming." Mary's blood turns to ice water. "Why?" "Same reason they always come." "I don't understand." Daniel turns from the window. His face is hard now, all kindness. "Gone. Your husband owed money. Thomas paid his debts, not all of them. The second baby latches on. Mary holds them both close, protective. How much? Doesn't matter. They're not here for money. Then what? The land." Mary looks around their tiny cabin, one room, leaking roof, hardly worth anything. This place, what's under it? Understanding hits her like a physical blow. Thomas's mysterious trips, his sudden wealth last summer, the way he wouldn't meet her. Eyes when she asked questions. "Gold." Daniel nods. "How much gold?" "Enough to kill for." "Thomas found it 3 months ago." Mary shifts the babies to one arm. They finally stopped crying. "In the well?" "Under it." Daniel moves away from the window, kneels by the cabin's back wall, runs his hands along the floorboards. "Here." He pries up a loose board. Underneath, a metal box gleams in the dim light. He was going to tell you. "When?" "After the babies came." After winter passed. Mary stares at the box. Such a small thing to die for. Who else knows? Sheriff Mason, Mayor Caldwell, few others. The names make her sick. Powerful men. Men who take what they want. They killed him. Poison in his drink. Made it look like fever. Daniel lifts the box carefully. It's heavier than it looks. Why didn't they just take it? Needed it to look natural. Grieving widow sells the land, moves away. Nobody asks questions. Outside the wind carries a new sound. Horses, multiple riders. But you know, I know. Mary looks toward Thomas's body. Her husband, father of her children, dead because of greed. What do we do? Daniel stands, sets the box on the table. We run. In this storm with newborns? Better than dying here. The hoarse sounds grow louder, voices now calling through the wind. How many? 4, maybe 5. Daniel checks the rifle. Still empty. You got shells? Mary shakes her head. Then we do this different. What are you? Daniel's hands move in patterns. Mary's never seen, graceful, deliberate, like he's painting invisible symbols in the air. Comanche. That's not what I mean. He looks at her directly. His eyes reflect light like an animal's. I know what you mean. The horses are close now, maybe 100 yards. Thomas saved my life once. When? 1847. Mary's breath catches. That was 30 years ago. Daniel looks maybe 25. That's impossible. Lot of things are impossible. Daniel moves to the center of the room, sits cross-legged on the floor, closes his eyes. What are you doing? Calling the storm. Daniel, take the babies. Go to the back corner. Stay quiet no matter what you hear. Outside, men's voices grow clearer, angry, determined. Mary clutches the twins tighter. This is insane, is it? Daniel begins to hum. Low, rhythmic. The sound seems to come from the earth itself. The wind outside changes pitch, becomes deeper, hungrier. Daniel, stop. Can't stop now. His humming grows louder. The cabin walls vibrate. Snow begins falling inside through gaps that weren't there moments before. You're scaring them. The babies aren't crying. They're staring at Daniel with wide, calm eyes, like they understand exactly what he's doing. They're not scared. The men outside start shouting, confused voices, panic. What's happening to them? Daniel opens his eyes. They're completely black now. Storm's taking them. Through the window, Mary sees shapes moving in the white. Men and horses, but wrong somehow, twisted by wind and snow into something else. You're killing them. Yes, one scream cuts through the wind. Then silence. It's done. Daniel slumps forward. The humming stops. Outside, sudden silence. Mary peers through the window. The storm has vanished. Moonlight reveals pristine snow. No tracks, no bodies, no sign that anyone was ever there. Where did they go? Away. Daniel's voice is weak now. Human again. Dead. Scattered. Like leaves. Mary studies his face. The inhuman quality has faded, but she can still see traces of it around his eyes. How long have you been watching us? Since Thomas found the gold. Why didn't you help him? He didn't ask. And I did? Your babies did. Daniel stands slowly, moves to where Thomas lies, places a hand on the dead man's forehead. I'm sorry, brother. Brother. Not blood, but close enough. Mary rocks the babies gently. They've fallen asleep again, finally peaceful. What happens now? You choose. Choose what? Daniel turns from Thomas's body. His eyes are normal brown again, but sad in a way that makes Mary want to cry. Stay here. Bury him proper. Raise your children on cursed land. Or, come with me. Where? Somewhere safe. Mary looks around the cabin. Their life. Thomas's body. Everything she's ever known. I can't just leave him. He's already gone. But the man who loved you, he's been gone since the fever took hold. What's left is just meat and bones. The words hit harder because they're true. And if I come with you, you live. The babies live. That's all I can promise. That's enough. Mary wraps the babies in Thomas's shirts. His smell still clings to the fabric, tobacco and soap and something indefinably him. Take only what you can carry. Daniel has covered Thomas with a clean sheet, placed coins on his eyes, made him look peaceful. I don't have much. Mary fills a cloth bag with diapers, the remaining food, and a small tin box containing her mother's ring. Everything else feels suddenly meaningless. The gold? Leave it. But it's what killed him. Leave it. Mary looks at the metal box still sitting on the table. Enough money to change everything, to buy safety, comfort, a future for her children. Someone else will just take it. Let them. Daniel moves toward the door, stops with his hand on the latch. You ready? Mary takes one last look around. The bed where her children were born, the table where she and Thomas ate their meals, the rocking chair he made with his own hands. Will I ever see this place again? Do you want to? She thinks about it. Really thinks no. Then you won't. Daniel opens the door. Cold air rushes in, but not the killing cold from before. Just winter, normal and clean. Where are we going? South first, then west. How far west? Far as it takes. Mary steps outside. Snow crunches under her boots. Behind her, the cabin already looks smaller. Less important. Daniel? Yeah? Thank you. He nods but doesn't smile. Thank me when we're safe. They walk in silence for the first mile. Daniel moves ahead, breaking trail through knee-deep snow. Mary follows, the babies warm against her chest. Dawn comes slowly, painting the snow pale pink. The world looks scrubbed. Clean, new. How did you know? Know what? That I'd come with you. Daniel doesn't turn around, keeps walking. Didn't know, hoped. Why? Because staying would have killed you. Mary shifts the baby's weight. They sleep peacefully, unaware their entire world has changed. The men who came last night won't be the last. More will come. Gold makes men crazy. They crest a small hill. Behind them, Mary can see their cabin. Smoke still rises from the chimney, thin and grey against the morning sky. Looks so small. Distance does that. Mary stops walking, stares at the place that was her whole world 12 hours ago. I was happy there, I know. Thomas and I, we were going to grow old together. Plans change. Daniel stops too, turns to face her. His expression is gentle but firm. You can go back. I won't stop you. Mary looks at the cabin, then at her babies, then at Daniel standing. Patient in the snow, no. Are you sure? I'm sure. She takes a step forward, then another. Soon she's walking beside Daniel instead of behind him. Tell me about where we're going. Mountains, clean water, nobody asks questions. Sounds lonely. Peace usually is. They walk another half-mile before Mary speaks again. Daniel? Yeah? I'm not the same person who lived in that cabin. No, you're not. Is that good or bad? Depends what you do with it. Mary adjusts her grip on the babies and keeps walking toward whatever comes next.